This is the daily writing exercise recorded, day 47, titled Grandinia. In his search for eternal life, Mr. Stanton's options were limited. He desperately wished to be a man of means, but his real-life disposition of poverty kept him very much grounded at the end of Rover Street, in an apartment on the top floor. It was a modest apartment for an impoverished man, with just enough space to imagine himself having more. Mr. Stanton lived there not out of choice, but out of means, and continued to be stuck there as the means he gathered throughout his life never seemed to exceed the spending that was associated with it. His unique solution to the matter was, after many long weary nights in his apartment, time. What Mr. Stanton felt he needed was more time, and immortality would be just enough. Time relativized it all. If you were immortal, his sorry excuse for a living space was no longer so horrid. It would merely be temporary, and not the likely mausoleum his body would sure to be deteriorate within. No, with enough time, Mr. Stanton reckoned, nothing would really matter anymore. It would not matter that he lived where he lived. It would not matter that he could likely and would likely never be able to get married or start a family of his own. It would not matter that his entire existence was tied to his meager wages on a monthly basis. It would not matter that the thin roof and walls were the only thing separating him from the anarchy outside. It would not matter that he hadn't achieved anything in life. None of that would matter anymore. But Mr. Stanton was not a man of means. He had read all he possibly could about eternal life and all its magnificent theories. The conclusion he was forced to draw was that if the secret or formula did indeed exist, it likely did not do so in England. He would have to travel abroad and find it there. The wherewithal, however, made the whole ordeal a rather expensive luxury. Even if he went on foot and saved as much money as possible, it would take him a lifetime to go to all the places he wanted to go, a lifetime in which he would certainly run out of money after the first week, be it due to expenses or due to the first pickpocket that came his way. Mr. Stanton did briefly consider theft. It was a surefire way to ensure he would always at least be near his source of income. That said, the risks and likely meager rewards and his not imposing physique kept him honest. Then there was the old crowd-funded route or sponsor route, to find someone else to pay for it all. It was a sensible strategy were it not that Mr. Stanton knew no one of means, let alone someone of means with whom he was close enough with to spend all of their money of, and who would likely support his frivolous pursuit. The only real option left to him was to do as much research as he possibly could, and simply pick a particular spot and hope that he was lucky. With luck he needed no money, or the helping hand of a kind benefactor. With luck he could do it all on his own, and he wouldn't even have to share his secret with anyone were he to find it. It would also save him all the embarrassment of having to repeatedly explain his motivations, which were less than egalitarian, and much more selfish and cruel. So luck it would be, and luck was just the thing Mr. Stanton would get when he finally stumbled upon the secret of immortality. And it was also luck that thousands of years later, as his naked body floated to the empty edges of space, Mr. Stanton happened to float by the secret of death. No more has been written or recorded. Thank you for listening.